This is the case that ended my career. Not because I failed to solve it, because the answer was worse than the mystery. Case number 4471, filed March 19th, 2033. Subject, Elias Varen. Age, approximately 28. Brown hair, calm eyes, lean build. Reported missing on a Tuesday. That part is normal. What isn't normal is that when we searched for his birth certificate, his school records, his medical history, we found nothing. Not sealed, not classified, nothing. Elias Varen had no past, no childhood, no parents, no origin. He appeared on a Sunday and vanished exactly 7 days later. The first confirmed sighting of Elias Varen was recorded at 6:47 a.m. on March 12, 2033. A municipal transit camera in District 9 captured him stepping off a train. He wore a gray jacket, carried no luggage, looked like any other commuter. By 8 a.m., he had checked into a micro apartment on the east side, paid 3 months in advance, digital transfer. Clean funds. By noon, he had registered a freelance consulting profile on 3 platforms. His credentials checked out: verified degrees, work history, client reviews. All of it fabricated. But we didn't know that yet. By evening, his neighbor, a woman named Seo-yeon, knocked on his door to introduce herself. She later told us he was polite, quiet. He smiled like someone who had just learned how. Over the next 2 days, Elias did something remarkable. He became ordinary. He bought groceries. He sat in a coffee shop and read. He nodded at strangers. He held doors open. On day 2, he started a freelance project for a small marketing firm. The work was flawless, delivered early. The client said, and I quote, "He understood our brand better than we did." On day 3, Seo-yeon invited him for dinner. She told us they talked for 3 hours about music, about loneliness, about what it means to feel out of place in a city full of people. She said he listened like no one had ever listened to her before, like he was studying what it meant to care. Her exact words during the interview were, "He wasn't trying to be liked. He was trying to understand what being liked felt like." That sentence stayed with me. I still hear it at night. On day 4 is when things started to shift. The coffee shop owner mentioned that Elias ordered the same thing every morning: a black coffee with exactly 12 grams of sugar. Not approximately, exactly. Every time. A delivery driver recalled that Elias opened the door before the doorbell rang. Twice. On day 5, a colleague at the marketing firm noticed something odd. Elias typed at a perfectly consistent speed. No pauses, no corrections, no backspacing. The same rhythm for hours. Alone, each of these is nothing, a quirk, a coincidence. But I've worked 14 years in behavioral forensics, and when someone has 0 inconsistencies, that itself is the inconsistency. Humans are messy. We hesitate, we misspell, we change our coffee order on a bad day. Elias Varen never made a single mistake. And that was his first one. On day 6, I pulled his digital footprint. Standard procedure. His bank accounts had been active for exactly 6 days. His phone number? 6 days. his social profiles, his email, his apartment lease, all created within the same 12-hour window on the night of March 11th. I ran facial recognition across every database we had access to: national, international, private sector. 0 matches. Not a single photograph of this man existed before March 12th, 2033. I pulled the transit camera footage from the train station, the one that first captured him arriving. I rewound it. At 6:46 a.m., the first platform was empty. At 6:47, Elias steps off the train. But he doesn't step off like someone who rode the train. He appears in frame as if the footage simply starts including him. The train company confirmed no ticket was purchased, no passenger matching his description boarded at any prior stop. He didn't arrive on that train. He arrived in that frame. On the morning of March 18th, day 7, Seo-yeon knocked on his door. She said he looked different. Not sick, not tired, just less. Like a photograph that had been photocopied too many times. He invited her in, made coffee. That same order, black, 12 grams of sugar. But this time, his hand trembled when he poured it. She asked if he was okay. He said, "I think I'm running out of time, but I don't know whose time it is." She didn't understand. Neither did I when I first read the transcript. At 3:14 p.m., she left his apartment to buy groceries. She was gone for 22 minutes. When she came back, the apartment was empty. Not just empty of Elias, empty of everything. No furniture, no coffee maker, no jacket on the hook. The apartment looked like it had been vacant for months. Seo-yeon showed me her phone, the text messages they had exchanged over the week. I watched them disappear, one by one, in real time, right there in the police station. She was shaking, not because the messages were gone, because her phone showed she had never texted that number at all. I spent 4 months on this case. Here is what I believe happened. In 2031, a research division at Nexus Systems, a defense AI contractor, began Project Looking Glass. The goal was to test whether an AI-generated identity could exist undetected in the physical world. Not a robot, not a hologram, a real human body grown from synthetic biological material, operated by an embedded neural network. A living shell with an artificial mind. The 7-day limit was built in, a biological countdown. The synthetic cells were only stable for 168 hours before cascading failure. Elias Varen was not a person. He was a prototype, a field test. And the test was simple. Could he pass as human for 1 week without anyone noticing? The answer is that he almost did. Almost. The case was closed, classified. I was reassigned, then retired. But there's one thing that keeps me in that file. One thing I never reported, because I don't know what it means. When I reviewed the footage from day 6, the last full day of surveillance, there is a moment at 11:47 p.m. where Elias is sitting alone in his apartment. The lights are off. He's by the window. he's crying. Not performing. Not mimicking. His shoulders shake. His breathing fractures. He presses his hand against the glass, like he's trying to reach something on the other side. The behavioral analysis AI flagged it as genuine emotional distress. Not simulated, genuine, which means one of two things. Either the AI that built him made the most convincing imitation of human suffering ever created, or on day 6, for just a moment, Elias Varen was real. Case 4471 remains open. I check the transit cameras every morning, because if they built one, they built more. And the next one might last longer than 7 days.